Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Entertainment Podcast, your source for all things entertainment. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Osahon Tongo on the line, and he's founder of Creative Coup Production Company. Osahon, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going? I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me, Adam.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get into to today's topic. We're going to get into what you're doing over at Creative Coup Production Co. and a little bit more about the services you offer there. But before we do, I want to get a little bit further in your background. So how did you get started in your career?
I got started, so after I left, I went to Georgia Tech for undergrad. I played football there, and I always had a knack for creating content and, doing marketing. So I ended up working at CNN Digital Marketing, and I worked with everything from banner ad placements to social media. Went from there, went to Emory University, and I was a social media specialist there at the business school there, and then I got into USC Film School because I was always working on different film projects and making independent shorts and working on music videos on the weekends. And I got into USC, and I just always had a passion for storytelling and being very creative, but I just mixed that and melded that with my background in digital marketing, and I've been able to create a company in Creative Coup that makes films, works with digital content across the board, from branded content for brands like True Religion, or even doing photography for Morgan Stanley, or doing some social good documentary filmmaking. So all of that stuff combined with the feature films that I'm developing and working on with different business partners, it's just a great platform for me to be able to collaborate with some of the people that I know that are really talented artists, and then also serve that high level, high caliber art to brands that need it to push their content and help tell their story.
A little bit further into Creative Coup Production Co. So tell us a little bit more about some of the services you offer and kind of the right types of clients that you like working with.
So I think, with Creative Coup, what we really strive to do is create content that matters. So when we're dealing with branded content, we're trying to tell stories that really hit tug on the heart chords and the heartstrings, and really and tell the story about a brand that is doing something good. Most of the brands that I've worked with have been either social good or, a diverse enterprise. So I have a client that I made websites and did a lot of social media work for Destination Enterprises. They are a female-owned benefit corporation that works with Metro doing transportation. And then I've also worked with Grotto Network in Indiana, which basically does inspiring documentaries, and I've been able to highlight some of these businesses. So usually it's you can feel a good vibe between people and know that they're doing something that's on purpose, and it doesn't necessarily matter the size of the brand, but more so where they're heading and if they're a positive brand. So those are some of the things that I've done. And then I've also had some contracts with some bigger production companies where I'll get paid to, write a film or develop some content for Snapchat or something like that. So it ranges, and I'm really happy to have this background where I've been able to work with people in digital marketing, web design, and then also production and photography. So,
are there any type of businesses or niches that you prefer to work with, or business industries that you prefer to work with over others?
Right now, I'm very much in the lifestyle brands. So working with lifestyle brands is, I get to really speak to the culture and the cool, and the rules are a little bit looser as far as the type of content that we can put behind the brand. So, lifestyle brands are really great, but I feel like some of my good clients also are just people who really want to make a difference. So I think the benefit corporations have been a good niche for me because at the end of the day, you're spending a lot of time with people and trying to make them happy, and you just want to make sure you're making the right people happy. So that's pretty much my niche: benefit corporations and lifestyle brands.
That's awesome. So, Osahon, if somebody's listening, there's a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of executives listening to this right now. Final question, so two-part question. Number one, what are the right type of projects and or company type fits that you're looking for to work with in this upcoming year? And number two, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Okay, so for people listening, I would say the fits that I'm looking for are people that align with core values of hard work, dedication, passion, and doing good in the world. I think that things that I'm really trying to branch into is I'm trying to lean more into my sports background and my coaching background with youth. So I just really want to dive into that because that industry is very, very robust right now. And then also looking online into the podcast space. I have a sound design background as well, so leaning into some of the podcast storytelling and alternative forms of storytelling. And finding me online is fairly easy. Osahon Tongo across social media on Instagram and LinkedIn and on Facebook and Twitter. So Osahon, OSAHONTONGO. And you can also find my website, OsahonTongo.com. And then
Fantastic.
My email is Osahon. Yeah. So all
Fantastic. Well, Osahon, been great having you on the show today. Appreciate you coming on and share more about your background and all the great work you're doing over at Creative Coup Production Company. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Entertainment, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the comment section. I'd love to know kind of projects and work that you're working on. Let's take the conversation over to the YouTube community. And Osahon, thanks again for coming on the show.